David Ash, quarterback, Texas, Rattle and Home Sports.
No doubt we're not struggling in that area, so and that's important because you have to account for injuries on the offensive line. You have to be able to account for going from 60, 70 plays to 80, 90 plays, so they're going to get winded. They're going to need somebody who can come and give them a breather and things like that. And the guys we recruited we're excited about. They've been working hard, and it's hard to tell until they put some pads on this fall, but we're excited about the potential.
David, you kind of talked a little bit about this before, but how much culture shock did you experience, not necessarily football-wise, but coming from your background and how you grew up to coming to living in Austin?
There's a little bit, but that was 2 years ago, and that isn't really even an issue anymore.
Can you talk about how you've grown as a quarterback, though, over the last couple of years?
No doubt. It's been a process. And, you can see, coming in as a true freshman, and coming in as a true freshman, you can see, if you want to, you can look at the bare stats, and having to work and look at my sophomore stats, and you can see improvement there. You can't be in the locker room and see how I was when I was a freshman and when I was a sophomore, but I'm a lot more comfortable around my teammates. I have a lot better, deeper relationships with everyone, and I think it's only going to keep improving, and I'm excited about that.
Along those lines, in terms of your ability to relate, has that grown dramatically in the past couple of years to relate to other guys on the team?
Oh, yeah.
In what ways has that happened? I mean, are you hanging out with them more? Are you joking with them more?
We hang out, we joke, we work out together, we play football together, we eat together. Spend a lot of time together, and it's fun. Love them.
How do you like being in a position where a quarterback at Texas obviously is going to have a bullseye? Everybody is paying attention, fans and opponents. What is that like, having to handle that kind of attention, the pressure involved, the pressure to perform?
Well, it's different than being at a different school, where at Texas you go 9-4 and everybody's pulling their hair out. Somewhere else you go 9-4 and everybody's talking about national championships and what's fixing to happen. So that's different, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't want to be in a place where the expectation was, 9-4 is a good season, because that's not what I came to Texas for. I came to Texas to win a national championship.
Was the job too big for you earlier in your career, maybe?
Was it too big for me?
Yeah, at moments, did you feel it bigger than?
Well, no.
Maybe not a good way to phrase it, but when you try to rephrase it, can it be overwhelming at times? Are there times when you look back and maybe not in the moment, but now you go, I might be different if I went through that situation this time around?
Well, yeah, there's definitely different processes that could have happened. Like, what would have happened if I could have redshirted a year? What could have happened, this and that? But as far as having the capability of being University of Texas quarterback, I've always been capable of that.
If there was an obstacle that you had to overcome in the past 3 years, what was the biggest one, the toughest one to kind of get over?
It's probably just having to get back off the ground after you trying to take something and build it, and sometimes it's you take 5 steps forward and a couple steps back, and we'll still be willing to take those next 5 steps forward. And so for me, it's just been, even in the setbacks, believing that we can get back to where we want to be.
Have you had to deal with doubt at times, even if it's a brief moment?
Oh, no doubt. There's moments of brief doubt, but overall, I don't think I've ever doubted that Texas will get back to where it's supposed to be.
You've got all these returning starters, and yet you're picked 4th in the preseason, so obviously there are a lot of people still skeptical of the Longhorns, maybe of you. Mm-hmm. What would you say to those folks?
Well, the 4th place voting or whatever, from what I heard, it was pretty close. There was, it was pretty even. It was kind of barely anything separated from the guys that work 1 through 4, but that doesn't really affect, what they rank us as, and what they think doesn't affect whether or not I know if they go to 1 high and I've got a backside bang route, if I take 3 and let it go off the ear of the flat defender, it's going to be completion. It doesn't affect that at all.
Do you feel like there's a lack of respect for your program right now?
Well, I think there's a lot of criticism around it because the University of Texas is a big program. It's high profile. There's a lot of expectations, and so when those expectations aren't met, there's a lot of criticism. People get down, but at the same time, no one's more critical of our team than we are. No one's more critical of our team than Coach Brown is. No one's more critical of me than Coach Applewhite is. No one's more critical of me than I am. And so they're critical of us, but they're probably not critical enough.
How different are things with Applewhite in charge of the offense?
How different are they?
Yeah. Are they different?
Yeah, they're different.
In what way?
They'll see his fault. No. Coach Applewhite, he's just not the same person as Coach Houston. He's different. Some in his idea of how the game should be played. And he's different in his personality. He's different in how he thinks. He's different in how he coaches. He's different in how he teaches. He's different in how he goes about his day-to-day work.
Tougher, easier? More emotional? Louisiana, redhead?
All those things. All those
How much
things.
is experience as a quarterback in Texas helping you to, blossom into the quarterback?
I think it helps a lot because I think he understands what it's like, and not very many people understand what it's like to play quarterback in Texas. People who play quarterback somewhere else probably don't quite get what it's like to play quarterback in the University of Texas. People who don't play quarterback don't understand what it's like to play quarterback. But Coach Applewhite and I have a lot of common ground in that area, and I think he understands what it takes to get better and get actual physical results, and what's necessary to do that and what's not necessary. And I think he's good at playing that.
How much of an adjustment has it been switching to the up-tempo offense?
It's been an adjustment, but it's been enjoyable, and I'm really glad that's the direction we're going.
How much do you think it'll benefit the offense going faster? I know coaches wanting to get 20, 30 more plays a game.
It's going to benefit us a lot. That's what I think.
David Ash, Rattle and Home Sports.